Do you get nervous on camera?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You just giggle a lot.
Yeah, I'm just like a naturally giggly person, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not, but as soon as the camera's on, I'm like, I don't know what to say. I have no words. So, hi, it's Diaperperv, and right now we've got KikiCali in town for a spanking event, and we shot some stuff, and she peed her pants a lot without a diaper. We're going to talk about daddies. Daddies in general, abdl daddies, ddlg daddies. How hard is it to find a daddy? That's a topic I don't know that much about. Like, I feel like I see a lot of daddies in the community because they're already established in the community. But a lot of them are switches as well.
Yeah, I've noticed that actually.
Yeah, because they have a diaper fetish first and then develop their daddy side afterwards. Yeah. So I've actually seen a lot of daddies in this community as like me being the mommy. In the community, they're only known as a daddy.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them.
Oh, wow.
Like secretly. So that's fun.
It's interesting.
How hard has it been for you to find like a daddy?
Oh my gosh. I feel like super hard. Just because I think like one of the biggest struggles about finding a daddy is coming across fake daddies. Like, we all know they're out there. Nobody wants to fall for them. It's just like, it's a thing.
I don't know what a fake daddy is.
Oh,
Can
gosh.
you explain that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really as simple as it sounds. It's just like a daddy that is not genuine to being a daddy. Like, this isn't actually what he's into. For me, it tends to be men who like the sex appeal of being called daddy, but don't like any of the actual, like, tasks and everything that goes along with it, and like the nurturing. It's often a lot of guys that aren't actually into the kink that get like somehow wrapped up in it.
So how did they fall into that? How did they say, I want to identify as a daddy, like just call me daddy sexually, but I don't want the responsibility of having a baby girl?
I don't even know. That's like my question for years now. Especially because like I've had a fake daddy. My first daddy was a fake daddy, and I wasn't in the closet about like what I liked or what my kinks were.
Yeah, you seem very open.
Yeah, I don't think I was quite into wearing diapers just yet, but like I had put it out there that it was definitely a curiosity and I wasn't opposed to it in any way. And I found that when I got into that part, that's when things like really just kind of like imploded, like all the fakeness came out.
Oh, like when you wanted him to actually do the stuff.
No, not even wanting him to do it. It was just the fact that I was doing it myself. He really like lost his mind over it and like got pretty irate about it, and yeah, I had not a good situation with him because I had gotten deeper into the diaper stuff, and that's not what he wanted with the daddy kink. He just wanted the namesake. Like, he just wanted to have that title, to have that control over you, like that power exchange.
Right.
But he didn't want to do any of the things that like you earn to get that power exchange. And it doesn't necessarily have to be diapering or being involved with diapers.
Right.
I've always been like, if that's not your thing, you don't have to do that part with me. I can do that on my own.
Yeah.
But
he didn't want you to do that
no,
he
didn't even
with
want
anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it seems like a lot of people, when they hear the word daddy, it means something different to them than it means to you. Yeah. So it's all about like defining the terminology,
for sure,
and what it means to each of you and together, and the expectations. So a lot of it is communication.
Yeah.
It feels like everything just boils down to communication.
Yeah. Well, and then that's where I like going into, I guess, like the category of building a daddy. I think a lot of that is just mostly communication, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, when I think of my past experiences of building a daddy, which to me just means like someone that it's not their thing. Like, they might have natural daddy qualities, but it's not their first thought process, not their first, like, idea. And it's kind of introducing them into, or even pointing out to them that you have these nurturing qualities, and if you take it a step further, it can be this.
So does your daddy have nurturing qualities?
Yeah.
So you identified that in him.
Yeah, I think that's kind of one of the first things I zero in on when, like, I'm thinking about dating someone that's not into the kink or possibly building a daddy out of this person. Yeah. Is I want to make sure that they have those, like, beacon or nurturing daddy qualities.
Yes. And that's the same for mommies, too. Like, if you're looking for a mommy, look for a woman who doesn't know what the term mommy is yet, but who has nurturing qualities, who isn't selfish to, like, not give those things to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And
so your daddy has that.
Yeah.
And you're like, and you're attracted to him. So obviously you guys got together. Yeah. And then you're like, I'm gonna build a daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, like, slowly introduce him into, like, the parts of the kink that I'm into and why I'm into it. That's why it's so much communication, because it's really a lot of just explaining, honestly, the whole time. I feel like I'm like, this is what I'm into about the kink, and this is why, and these are scenarios that can get me into that headspace, and it's just a lot of communication mostly.
So he had no idea of DDLG or ABDL before you?
Yeah, didn't even know that was a thing.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So he likes to, I guess, nurture and take charge. Okay.
Yeah, he just has that, like, natural leadership type of quality, and then that nurturing, like, spirit too. So.
So then it's just introducing the elements that
you
like.
Just, the little bits and pieces that fit into there. Yeah.
Do you guys do dark age play?
Yes. Yeah, because it's kind of like one of my main things.
Yeah, totally.
You kind of, like, have to do it if you're going to be with me type of thing.
Fun. No, I love dark age play. That's like my favorite. Okay, so we've talked about introducing, like, reminders on how to get your daddy to diaper you more often.
Yeah.
So we decided that she's going to stage accidents.
Yes.
Like pee accidents.
Which will be good too, because he knows that, like, for me, a really big part of my kink is the accident part. Like, there's so many aspects to the accident part that, like, really get me going. So he understands that part, and, like, he understands the humiliation factor too, which is good. A good start. So I think, like, kind of just submerging him in the situation will, like,
will trigger him. Like, when he sees you desperate to pee and then having an accident, he'll be like, oh yeah, diapers.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So you just drink a lot of water and be desperate to pee all the time. So that he'll have no choice but to have pull-ups on hand and diapers, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think once he's reminded more often and he does it more often, then it'll be part of the routine more naturally.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where my mindset's going with it.
Yeah. And then also, like, introducing the sexy time with the diapers. So when you're, in a pull-up or diapers and you're super turned on, and then naughty things will happen, and he gets to be, like, the naughty daddy.
Yeah. I always feel so nervous to introduce that part for some reason, but I feel like it's kind of like the part that really appeals to some guys when they're being introduced to the kink. So it's funny that I feel that way about it, and then, it's this way about it.
You feel funny, like embarrassed or shy?
I don't know. I think maybe just shy, like very hesitant towards it, because, again, like, going through a fake daddy, like, experience your first time just kind of scars everything for you after that.
Do you feel like your fake daddy, like, shamed you or put shame into the things you like?
Totally.
Oh, dude,
and I'm all for shaming and humiliation. Like, I actually really enjoy it. It's a very big kink of mine, especially with diaper stuff. Like, it's one of the first things I point out to, like, my daddy now, when I'm introducing him to everything, is like, I really like the humiliation factor, but there's something different about actually being shamed for something.
Right. For like sharing something so special to you. Was it just the one fake daddy you had, or did you have like multiple?
I would say, honestly, I got really lucky and just had that one fake daddy experience.
Oh, okay.
Most of my experiences after that were mostly build-a-daddy experiences. It was really hard for me to find dudes in the community that, you know, were already established as daddies that either weren't promiscuous with 50 other baby girls and doing weird things, or...
What's a weird thing?
I
don't know what weird is.
Just like, yeah, I guess weird is a very broad term.
Yeah, like non-consensual stuff? Or
no, just like, kind of like predatory behavior. Like, oh, there's a new girl, so I'm going to purposely go talk to her because she's new, and I think it'll be easier for me to have an in with her. I don't know, just weird stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah, I see it a lot with, like, some established daddies in the community, so I don't really want to get mixed up with that. So I just felt like maybe it was easier to, like, just put feelers out there for that nurturing daddy natural quality, and then just kind of like ease into it. And honestly, I haven't had bad experiences with it. I've had all good experiences with like slowly taking out the diaper and being like, so this is a thing, do you want to try it with me?
Right. See, and this is great advice. Like, I feel like this would transfer over to diaper boys looking for mommies or a mommy figure too.
Yeah,
look for the qualities first. The ones where they're not super selfish about them. Because what makes a good caregiver is that they're selfless.
Yeah, well, and then, you know, nobody wants to go through the whole, like, weirded out factor with someone, so I think if you, like, put feelers out for those beginner things first, that really helps with avoiding that whole accidental weirded out situation.
Right.
But yeah, I've never really had a bad experience with building a daddy. I will say, like, they haven't all turned out to be daddies in the end. Like,
not everyone's built for that.
Yeah, like, there might just have been something that came up, and I decided that I actually don't want this dude to be my daddy. And so it doesn't always end in a definite daddy situation. But I haven't had like a bad experience building a daddy. It's usually a fun experience because you're opening them up to like something that they really didn't think that they'd be into usually.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you find when you lead with like the sexual part of it, it goes better, or no?
I actually find that when I lead with the non-sexual part, it goes better. I think somehow it just kind of falls into place, the sexual part. Like, I've had some guys just start out with like powdering me and then realizing like, oh, I'm also like gently touching her pussy at the same time, and this is sexual. And then that appeals to them, and they're like, oh, well, like, what else do I do? Like, what's next?
There's so many options. I mean,
and those are like the best reactions too, and they're like, oh, well, okay, what can I do?
Oh, and they're exploring.
Like,
that's
they want to
cool.
do more, like, show me the next step in the diapering process, like, because they're finding a connection to it with, like, somehow, whether it's sexual or the intimate aspect. But I find that if I lead more with the intimate and caring aspect, the sexual aspect just kind of falls into place from there.
Right, because if they're turned on by you, like, as, you know, a girlfriend or whatever, then it's going to get sexual anyway.
Yeah.
And the more emotional you get, then it's more sexual. It's deeper. It's a deeper connection.
Yeah. Well, and then you can tell they're actually, like, enjoying it, too. So it's all fun to me. I don't know. I enjoy building a daddy.
That's awesome. I think those are some great tips.
Yeah.
We actually got to go now. So, I mean, I feel like we could keep talking about this for another hour.
Probably.
Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. And I never know how to end it. Bye.